I've been talking about my mental health a bit on here. Um, and naturally I talked about the medications I'm on, and I think I just explained myself really bad because the medications have changed my life, but a lot of people seem to think that they're causing more problems than they're fixing, which is reasonable because for a lot of people, you know, it ends up not SSRIs end up being bad or like they're on the wrong one, they need to find the right one, whatever. I don't think that's the case for me as much as people think. So I have just a couple of the comments I've gotten about my SSRI usage that makes it sound like it's not prescription. Um, and I'm just gonna clarify some things. Um, because when I talk about my depression coming back despite being on SSRIs, it doesn't mean that the SSRIs aren't doing anything. It just means that I'm just upset that just being on medication didn't solve all my problems and that it's still I still have to do things to better myself is more what I was getting at. How it's not just a fix all, it's just a boost. And I wanted it to be a fix all even though that's not a thing. And if it is, it's bad, like a bad drug. Um I'm not gonna dive into that. I'll stick with my Zoloft and Abilify. For the record, I'm on 150 milligrams of Zoloft, and I'm on 2 milligrams of Abilify, which is an antipsychotic, to act as a booster for the Zoloft, the SSRI. Comment 1. Zoloft just makes you a zombie. I think I was much more of a zombie before, and I even in my videos, sorry. And I get why someone said this because I did say that my depressive episodes is mainly me feeling numb now. That's not all the time. It's just when I'm going through a particular episode or in certain situations. Like most of the time, I I'm talking to people, I have the biggest smile on my face. Like most of the time, I'm not a zombie. I know this happens to a lot of other people though, so this isn't me saying that fact's just wrong and that doesn't happen. I just don't necessarily I think it does happen to me, but not on a scale that isn't worth it. 'Cause 1 week every couple months where I'm just completely a zombie is much better than spending every single day in bed, sleeping, trying, whatever. To me. Maybe other people would feel differently and they feeling like a zombie and being numb, whatever, freaks them out too much. But better to feel something than nothing at all, you know? I get that. But I do think the ratio of being a zombie and not being a zombie is still worth it to me. Instead of pills, she may need to cry it out. You don't know anything about me, man. I cry it out still. Pills didn't stop that. I'm a crier. I cry a lot. I'm a little crybaby. Um, I definitely let myself cry, and sometimes when I feel like I need a good cry, I'll purposely trigger tears. I cry a lot. I get it all out. I cry too much, possibly, but not as much as I used to before I got medication. I'm definitely able to control my emotions more, but I also know when sometimes I just need to get it all out and cry. And then here's the big boy comment, the one that made me feel like I had to set the record straight, defend my girl Zoloft. Antidepressants have been shown to cause weight gain, instability, suicidal ideation, manic episodes, insomnia, and somnolence. I don't know what that last thing means. I'm going to read that real quick. I meant to Google that first. Somnolence is. Oh, I think they spelled it wrong. Somnolence is a strong, persistent state of drowsiness, lethargy, or excessive daytime sleepiness. Okay, that's fair. I didn't know what that meant. That's fair. It goes beyond ordinary tiredness, making it hard to stay awake, focus, or function normally even after a full night of rest. Okay, got me there. That's fair. I'll give him credit this once. The rest of it, though, I have some notes. First, antidepressants have been shown to cause weight gain. When does that happen? Because I've been on antidepressants for 2 years. I've lost weight. I haven't gained. Like, and I'd love to gain weight. I'd love for that to kick in. I need to gain weight. Instability. I think I'm good. I think the closest I got to being like completely unstable was when my 15-year-old cousin died. And I think I get a free pass there. She died suddenly, tragically. There was talks of her moving in with us when she graduated high school. We were just about to throw her 16th birthday party for her. I think I'm allowed to go a little crazy. And I'm better. I mean, like, grief is gonna stay there forever, but I got out of the very bad slump I was in when it happened. Suicidal ideation. I think suicidal ideation is something I only really experienced when I was 13, isolated from COVID, not in therapy, not on antidepressants, just raw dogging it. That was the worst I've ever been, and I don't think, at least on medication, I will ever get that bad again. I mean, especially I made it through my cousin's thing, you know? So, I think if I were to have gotten, I had a little suicidal ideation after that, I will say. But, like, I can't imagine it getting worse than that on medication. Unless, like, God forbid my mom died or something, you know? It'd have to be something major. So I don't think that's a concern. Manic episodes. I did not get a manic episode from my SSRIs, but when I first got on Abilify, it definitely caused a like small manic episode in me. I do like that's how I started this channel. I was like at the end of a manic episode, I was like, I need to become famous right now. And like I was like so passionate about everything. Which like sounds good, but it ties into insomnia. I wasn't sleeping. I was running around all night making stuff and like, you know. So I was exhausted because I wasn't sleeping until like 5, 6 a.m. And I was sleeping on until like 2 p.m. because, hey, I stayed up till 6. And to be fair, I don't like Abilify for me because I don't have any disorders that need an antipsychotic. I get it, the idea of it being a booster, but I just don't. My mom wants me to keep on it though because I did get a lot happier, but like I at least don't think I can ever up that dose. I don't want to go through all that again because I don't feel like the results are worth the countless sleepless nights and the manic episode and all of that. Those were the comments. I'm just briefly gonna clarify how zoloft affects me because I do think in the moment I'm not as like depressed as I was. I think I still am in the episode a bit, but like I'm coming out of the hole. Before I was on antidepressants, I would get depressed and I would completely isolate myself from the world. I'd lock myself in my bedroom, eat nothing but junk, live off of root beer and french fries. Like, I'd scream and cry basically. Like, if someone like, if I got annoyed at someone, I would scream at them and then feel so bad that I hurt someone else because I was hurting, and then I would just run away sobbing. which doesn't make either of us feel better. They're not just like, oh, silly her. Like, they're hurt still, even if I'm also hurt. As mentioned, the suicidal ideation. Um, I guess also insomnia, but I don't know how much of that was self-induced in the sense of I was pulling all-nighters to talk to my online friends all night, stuff like that. So that could have been more on me and the depression than insomnia. But now on the antidepressant, um, when I get depressive episodes, um, I feel more numb during the episodes, but I'm much more human. I'm still leaving my house, even if not much. I'm still showering. I'm eating proper meals. I'm drinking water. I'm talking to my family, hanging out with them, laughing, watching YouTube. I'm so much more functional now than off the medication. I do appreciate the concern though, because I know SSRIs do affect a lot of people in ways that just don't make the results worth it. But, like, unless any doctors want to correct me, I think it's doing more good than harm for me. Um, I could do without the Abilify. If I go to my next like doctor checkup and he was like, "I think we're gonna take you off it," I'll be like, "Please, go ahead." But if he thinks I need it, then I'll take it because it doesn't like people are like they're milking you dry. We have insurance. It's like $2. Like it's okay. But yeah, just wanted to check in and clarify something because I don't think I explained myself too well. Bye.